Newslink. Now, this morning, our reporters are scattered across the country, giving you a glimpse of the severe impact of poor service delivery on South Africans, from the non-maintenance of buildings and pothole roads to being unable to get the most basic of services such as water and electricity. Our reporter Nqobile Madlala is in Orlando East, where the residents haven't had electricity for 9 months now. Nqobile, good morning. What are residents saying? I mean, it's most certainly been difficult to live without electricity for the past 9 months.
Well, very frustrating indeed, Nqobile. Actually, I want to show you how they live now. So this is the wood that they now burn. This is one home. They burn the wood now, and this is where they cook. So now you understand that the infrastructure is there. From our understanding, there is cables, there is lights in this home, but there's just no actual electricity that comes in to get that light. So everything is set up. They have the stove, they have the infrastructure. That would make their life very much easy. But at this point, they need to find themselves back in the days where there was nothing like this. It seems like for them to even have this is now a luxury. But what's even worse, Nqobile, is that you find a situation where ugogo here is already sick. She needs her insulin, and she cannot be able to put her insulin in a fridge because they don't have electricity. But I want to bring in Indodakazi Gogo to speak to us about these issues. I mean, Mama, I can see you holding something there.
Kushukuthi lena ne injection kamama lesimhlaba ngayo. So sinokuyicelela ngicelele protea ukuthi bayibeke khona yabona ngoba mawubeke lana iyamosheka. So asina ma light khona manje nakumele ngizame ngiyofuna inkuni futhi zokuthi ngibase lana ukuthi umama akhona ukudla.
I mean, Mama, njengoba uthi yamosheka yenze njani mangabe imoshekile?
Kushukuthi kumele ihlale ibanda. Manje na uyabona ukuthi iyashisa manje mayishisa kanjalo ayikho right yabona kumele ngize ngifune ukuthi at least ngizozama ukuthi ngibeke phansi la kubanda khona.
Wena mama uzizwa kanjani ukuthi njengamanje unali fridge la endlini kodwa awukwazi ukusiza uma wakho?
Yazi kunzima kakhulu, especially mawuhlala nomuntu ogulayo. Ayikunzima kakhulu.
So umama ngathi nje yini yenza ukuthi mangabe nje bekukhuluma nani benichazela ngendaba yegesi, yini yenza ukuthi ningabi nogesi bathini?
Kushukuthi kokuqala ne sike sahlala 6 months singena gesi. Safonela iEscom. iEscom bathi bazoza azanye beze sazama ukuthi sizilungisele salungisa sakhipha imali ene umama ipension uyabona. So sikhiphile leyo mali basilungisela ugesi. So sihlezi only 2 months. So 2 months loyo sikhanyisile sukela lapho nakufuthi bathi ukuze abantu beEscom ukuthi bacime ugesi. So bawucimile ugesi till khona manje.
Bathi bafunani kunina?
Kushukuthi labantu labathi ibox lethu limoshekile. Siyamangala ukuthi limosheke kanjani ngoba sizilungisele thina le box leli. Yabona? So like now bathi ke kumele sikhiphe ama 500 rand ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi basilethele ibox elisha. So asasi.
Siyabonga kakhulu mama. Well, Nqobile, you can see the severity of the issue in here. We're being told by Umama here, just explaining to us that her mother and is placed in a certain condition. That cannot happen because the refrigerator doesn't work. They don't have electricity. Before they had no electricity for 9 months. They had no electricity for 6 months. She says that they spent 2 months trying to get it sorted. They got somebody to help them, but after that, they were told that their transformer now has an issue. So I want to bring in some of the residents that are standing outside here. And I mean, of course, it's been very difficult for most of you guys. Just explain to us, what would you like to see happen now, understanding that you haven't had electricity for so long?
Okay, sister. First of all, my name is Sipo Musim. Yes. What we want to ukubona ukuthi yenzakale manje kuzo zonke izinto eziningi sicela ukubona ugesi ulight as an understand and khona manje right now uqeda ukubona umuntu omdala ngapha osokola ongeke nize nikhone futhi ukuyobona omunye owe oxygen. Yes sister, So the problem is one, ukuthi basicemelelo la gesi, ugesi sinawo, hayi ukuthi ugesi awukho. Ukhona ugesi. These people abase Eskom bazile deliberately bafike bacikima because of sizilungisele thina. Sesiyenze yonke imigudu yokuthi silandele a right procedure ukuthi mabeze bazosilayitela. Bahluleka ukuzo we took upon ourselves ukuthi senze kanjani because kunabantu abadala abagulayo la.
Manje Sipho awusho yini engenziwa ukusiza i-community, yini i-community eyifunayo?
I-community into eyifunayo kakhulu ifuna i-transparency nokuthi izinto mazenziwa zingayenziwa babuye bazositshela ukuthi kwenzakaleni. And the main issues ezisikhuluma sifuna electricity sister, asina electricity. Abantwana every day bavuka baya esikolweni akuna gas and sekuyi winter manje. So where's our future yabantwana bethu ilele kuphi? Bazoyenza kanjani? Iyenzeka on daily ne crime seyikhuphukile crime khona manje. Abantu last time lana kuyenzakale i-CIT hist because of akuna crime bangena emajardini bathatha ama LNP la o ma DSTV banqamula nezintambo zogesi owethu lezi ezila ejardini abobani ama criminals sebabone iadvantage since singana gesi kanje lesikhathi kungana gesi all these things bengayenzeki but now akuna gesi iyayenzeka bese ithe ukuthula kule 2 months esikwazile ukuzilungisela i-crime ukuthi iyehle then bafika abantu base Eskom bona without ukusitshela without ukusinform bafike bacema ugesi iqalile futhi i-crime ikhuphukile.
All right.
Yes.
Well, that's the community leader that's speaking to us, but essentially they're saying to us in Fundo that they want electricity back. They attempted to assist themselves, but Eskom felt that it wasn't done right in this instance, if I understand clearly, and they're saying that they just want electricity back. They need some assistance. Crime has gone up, and that's a major issue. I mean, he's talking about the fact that people are even coming into people's houses where they are taking some of the things that they have in the houses, they're grabbing cables, all of that, which puts them also in danger. But what he's also highlighting is that this is even affecting students, I mean, pupils and students, so people who are going to school, because now it's winter, it's cold, it's dark, there's no lights on the road, but as well as the fact that they need to go to school in the morning. How do you bath with cold water if, folks, for example, you don't have the wood, just like Umama was saying that she needs to now go find wood. So their lives is basically just gone back in terms of how they live their lives, and they would like to go back to the normal that they had when they had electricity available to them.
Nqobile, you know, when we speak of the provision of electricity, it's a constitutional duty of local government. So where perhaps is there a councillor who's in fact the link to government? Have you been able to interact with somebody that considers themselves a leader in that community to find out what has government been saying?
Well, actually, Mfundo, let me just try, because the gentleman that I was speaking to is one of the leader of the community. We haven't yet spoken to the councillor, but I'm pretty sure that they have spoken to the councillor. I mean, you guys have spoken to the councillor, and what has the councillor said to the community in this instance?
Ikhansela sisi masizokutshela futhi sibona ngazuthi nalo yilo elisifake kule mess le esikuyo, because when we started doing this thing iqale ngesikhathi lesi sama election elector wona ama councillor, then the councillor samlanda ukuthi ngoba manje sine problem eso ikhansela lathi kithi no okwamanje angakabi ikhansela kusase ama election angifuni ukuthi ngibe involved kakhulu ngoba ingangiphazamisa kule nto engu ngathi okusho ukuthi lento seyilele kithi ezandleni si community. Okay, it's fine. Then we took it upon ourselves, see community, excluding ikhansela ngoba libhizi ngendaba zalo zama politics, you know what I mean. Then we took it upon ourselves walaida ikhansela sewaphelile manje ama elections sebam electile sekase officeini manje yena the councillor obekazi na the councillor sikhuluma ngalo alina electricity, but now the problem akakwazi ukuclaim ukuthi akana electricity because akahlali la ahlala khona kunogesi, you know what I mean. All right, good enough. We councillor lona self leza ke lona beliyazi issue now those so called ama technicians bafike bafijitha nepo balicima, in fact not ukuthi bafijitha bafike bekunogesi bafike bawucima. The lame excuse abasitshele yona ngalela box lena sister, I'm 42 years old, ngizalelwe la ngikhulele la lela box ngilithole lapha lingakaze lasinikeza problem. The lame excuse abasinikeza yona bathi le box njengoba sizilungisele seli affecta the area eyangapha phezulu eRoma iaffecta kusho ukuthi yilo elenza ukuthi i-tripping ibe yiningi la eOrlando. Sathi how all these years.
All right, baba, mangabe uthi nilungisele kanjani?
Sisilungisele kanjani sesasitholela i-technician because it doesn't mean ukuthi umuntu osebenza e-Eskom uye kuphela wazi electricity. Ukusebenza e-Eskom ukuthi nje.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, Nomfundo, you can hear there from frustrated residents, really. You can see the frustration from the gentleman who's speaking to us. But he's saying to us that they have been trying to communicate with the councillor. We will also attempt to do so. But he's saying that what they suspect, the reason why the councillor is not being able to assist them is because they claim that the councillor does not live in the area. So they feel that wherever he is, he's comfortable, he does have electricity, and he cannot say that there's no electricity in the area without being able to see it. But he says that when they did speak to him, to the councillor, he did come here with the engineers, and they feel that the ones that came here from Eskom were the ones that basically made sure that they no longer have electricity by fidgeting with what he calls the transformer, from my understanding. And now he's saying that they had already found a technician that they had paid. They had basically, each house had given a certain amount of money, and they had paid towards a technician that was going to assist them. And now the ones that came from Eskom came and switched off, saying that it trips the other parts of Orlando, and now they are without electricity, and the councillor has not been able to assist them, and they also at this point don't know what to do as they continue just 9 months. Think about it. How do you live 9 months without electricity?
No, it's honestly, these are very difficult conditions, even for Ugogo. But if what the gentleman is saying is accurate, then we have a situation here where the councillor needs to hang his head in shame, because the councillor, it seems, was more focused on being elected into office and not necessarily on the ordinary daily basic necessities of the community that he's actually looking to serve. It's honestly very disturbing. Nqobile, we'll leave it there for now. That's our reporter, Nqobile Madlala, out in Orlando East.